Hi guys, this is Dana. Today we're going to be making a chicken enchilada, and it's going to have a little bit of a twist. It's not going to be very spicy, and I'll get to the ingredients right away. Today is the first day of school, so kids are back in school. Things are going to get back to normal. So I hope you all have a great time watching this, and I hope you try this recipe, and I hope your family loves it. Leave me any comments, or if you'd like to see me do any kind of recipe, just write it in the description below or your comments below. Thank you, and stay tuned to my channel for the ingredients. We have the ingredients. We're going to need an onion, garlic, cumin powder. We're going to need cream cheese. We're going to use a whole cream cheese, and this is soft at room temperature. We're going to need adobo, which is an all-purpose seasoning. It has pepper already in it and other spices. We're going to need, I like the green enchilada sauce because this is going to be made with chicken. So I like the green. If you were making it with beef, I mean, you can use whatever flavor you like. Tortilla shells. And this is mozzarella cheese with Italian seasoning. It just gives it a really good flavor. And of course, chicken. And these are the boneless, skinless thighs. All right, we're going to get started. I'm going to chop up the onion. First of all, I'm going to get my pan warm. And you don't have to chop this real small, because this is actually going to go in the food processor later with the chicken, and this will become the filling. So you don't have to worry about chopping it too fine. Just a rough chop, just so it cooks evenly. And we're going to put some olive oil in the pan, about 3 tablespoons or so, just to get the onions going. And we're going to put these onions in the pan. And I'm going to put a little salt in the onions. Well, you know what? I'm going to put the salt in the garlic, because I'm going to use the salt to actually grind up my garlic. And we're going to use probably the rest of this head of garlic, because it's not the garlic itself is not very big. So they're smaller pieces, so it'll be probably okay to use all of this. So today is the first day of school, and here in North Georgia where we live, and it is great because the house is quiet. I'm off on Mondays. I try to be off on Mondays. I don't always achieve that, but Mondays is when I get to do a lot of my errands and things that need to be done, because during the week I just can't, because we're so busy at the salon. So this garlic smells awesome. I always thought I would try to grow garlic, but I tried to grow garlic a couple years ago, and it just didn't work. I don't know why. It's not very expensive, but I use garlic a lot. You don't want to put the garlic in with the onions at the same time, because the garlic is going to cook quicker than the onion, and you don't want the garlic to burn. I cut the ends off because they're hard little pieces, so I just cut that off. I love the smell of onion and garlic cooking. Alright, so I'm going to chop it roughly, but I want this to, you know what, I'm not even going to use this today, because it doesn't have to be chopped up fine, because this is all going in the food processor anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of the salt in my onion. And that's about a teaspoon of salt. I use the pink Himalayan salt. And I'm going to wash my I'm going to wash my chicken really well. Alright, so I got my chicken washed. And once this onion starts being a little bit see-through, which is it's almost there, we're gonna put the chicken on top of the onion, and then we're gonna season the chicken really well right in the pan. So I'm going to take my adobo, and I'm actually going to sprinkle it all over the top of the chicken. And also my cumin powder. The cumin powder gives it an awesome smoky flavor. Then we're going to turn this chicken over and season the other side. And we're not going to add salt to this anymore because I already added salt to the onions. And I also added the adobo that has salt in it. And once I season this other part, the other side of the chicken, I'll go ahead and put the garlic on it. Alright. So we're going to put some more adobo on here. Cumin powder. Alright, we're going to let that simmer for a little bit, and I'm just going to give the garlic a rough chop because you want it to flavor all the chicken. And we're going to put this on top of the chicken right here. So that's what that looks like right now. Looks awesome. I gotta get a better little tripod thing. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start working on the cream cheese. Because when I roll up my chicken in the tortilla, I'm going to put some of this cream cheese mixture in. And see, what you want to do is you want to start with what's going to cook the longest. So in this case, that was the chicken. So while that's cooking, I'm mixing all the other ingredients. I really love to cook. It's not really a chore for me. It's more of a... It takes my mind off of other things. And I just love being creative in the kitchen. Alright, so we're going to put that cream cheese on there. Get all of the cream cheese that's on this paper. And I'm going to mix some of this cheese with it. And then the rest is going to go on top of our casserole. So I turn this over. And as you turn them over, you want to kind of push it in there in between the onion, because I don't want the onion to burn. So I'm going to push the onion up and put my chicken in there. It smells so good. I am making a mess, guys. I should have gotten a bigger pan. I'm getting all these little bits of onion and putting it on top of the chicken now. I don't want the onion to burn. I'm going to lower this temperature. Get up all of my mess. Whew. Clean my spatula up. Alright, and I'm going to cover this. We want it to be good and juicy. Alright, so I'm going to let this cook for a few minutes and then I'll be back with you guys. This is the end result of the chicken. If you were just making like some kind like chicken and rice, you could just leave it at this and make white rice and just have the rice with this chicken and sauce. I didn't put any liquid in here, but see this beautiful sauce? This is just the liquid that the chicken has released. So this is completely cooked. It is amazing. The smell is incredible. But this is perfect the way it is right now if you want to serve it over rice. But I'm going to actually make it into enchiladas. So I'm actually going to let this cool and I'm going to put it in the food processor. Chicken with all the onion and juices in here. It is amazing. And I'm not going to run it through a lot. You wanted the consistency. You want it like this consistency. I don't know if you can see that. It's awesome. And the smell is so good. This tastes amazing. So let me go ahead and I'll set up and show you how I roll these. All right, so I'm pouring all of this chicken mixture back into the pan because I don't want to dirty up another bowl, so I'm just going to put it back in the same pan. All right. So this is the consistency that you want. Let me turn this light on. Hold on a minute. All right, so see the consistency that it is? It's kind of like ground chicken, but I like to cook it before I chop it all up. To me, it just tastes better. All of the flavor in the chicken just permeates. All right, so now we're gonna get our pan. Hold on one moment, I'll be right back. Now I have the tortilla shells, and these are they're not the small ones, but they're not the real big ones. They're, I guess, the ones in the middle. They're the large flour tortillas. So all I do is just take a spoonful of the cheese and I kind of spread it on the bottom. And before I do this, I'm going to go ahead and pour a little bit of the sauce, of this sauce on the bottom of my pan. Like so. There we go, so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I have a little bit of the cheese mixture on the bottom of my tortilla shell. And then I'm going to take my chicken mixture and put in about 2 tablespoonfuls. And then I'm just going to fold it over, and I like to push it back a little bit, and that's it, and put it on here face down. And I'm going to try and use all of these may not fit in this pan, but that's okay. It looks so good. And I love that the chicken is really juicy. All right, so we just kind of place them down here like so. The cheese gives it something amazing. The cheese, whenever you bite into this, that cheese is so creamy and delicious. All right. And I like to push them so that they're nice and taut. The reason I'm making this today, this is what I made last night for dinner, and I decided to go ahead and make it for my work people. I just love cooking, and I like to once in a while surprise them with a little special something. I think about 3 or 4 more are going to fit in there. I'm putting a good, healthy, robust amount of chicken in it. I don't know about you, but I like to, when I bite into this, I like to feel like I'm biting into something. Not just flour, tortillas, but I like the chicken flavor a lot. When you roll it, you kind of push it back a little bit with the tortilla itself. And it's like a, you don't roll it up like a burrito, you just kind of fold it over. Maybe I can squeeze one more in there. With the leftover chicken, there's going to be a little bit left over. I think I'll sprinkle it over the top. See how that looks? All right, so I'm gonna take the rest of this chicken and I'm just gonna put it on top of the whole thing. Just for a little bit of extra something. All right, so now I'm gonna pour the rest of this sauce. And I am gonna use all of it. I do want it to be super juicy because when it's all done, I love to have nice juicy enchiladas. Get between the enchiladas so the juice can go down in there. And now I'm going to take the rest of this cheese and sprinkle it on top. And there's another cheese I'm going to put on there also. I'm going to put some more of this queso over the top as well because it smells really good. The melting in this is amazing. So the two flavors combined will be really, really good. And you can use any combination of cheeses that you want. Don't just go by a recipe. Play with recipes, you know, just make them your own. I hardly ever just take a recipe and follow it to a T. Other than baking, I don't really follow a recipe. Alright, so we're going to put this on the oven at 375, probably for about 20 to 30 minutes, just so it's golden brown and bubbly. We'll see you back. Result, you guys. It's still bubbling. It's so nice and delicious. It smells awesome. So tomorrow, I will take this to work and we will have a scrumptious lunch. I hope you try this recipe. Please give me a like and share with your friends. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.